Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It is rightly said, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. A very good evening to all the speakers, mentors, and a lovely audience. I, Shilpa Nayak, along with my co-host, Ms. Shelly Bist ma'am, welcome you all to the Day 5 of International Business Transformation Summit 2021 on the theme of business leadership in pandemic. As we all know, knowledge is light, जो हमारे जीवन के अंधकार को दूर करता है and shows us the right path. And in India, no auspicious occasion commences without seeking the blessing of Lord Ganesha. So now I would request Mr. Akash Bhabad, founder of ABCD International, to light the lamp and commence the program.
ऐसे बोले तो मां खबर नहीं कहता है अंदर ही जो लागे जैसे टीचर एक्सपेक्ट नहीं है
Please mute.
हाँ એટલે પહેલા 10-15 મિનિટ કરી સર
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
Thank you, Akash. With a mission and vision to help people and grow in every aspect of life and business, ABCD International was founded in the year 2019 by Mr. Akash Bhabad, with its first online journey from June 2020. Till then, the company had conducted 60 plus free sessions for trainers and entrepreneurs, conduct various workshops like Train the Trainer, ABCD of Business, life coaching, career coaching, etc. Various expert trainers and coaches associate with ABCD International, not only from India, but also from USA, UK, Norway, Dubai, Oman, Singapore, Malaysia, Bangladesh, etc. Mr. Akash is himself a certified NLP and a life coach, multi-awardee, and has written 2 books to his credit. We will now watch a short video which will introduce our participants and audience to today's speakers, mentors, and moderators. I would request Akash sir to play the video.
Shilpa, we will proceed.
Sure, no problem. So, apologies for the technical glitch. Now, without much further delay, I would take the honor to introduce the first speaker of the day, Ms. Mehak Kalra, or I can say a treasure house. Ms. Mehak Kalra, recipient of Honorary Doctorate in Professional Entrepreneurship, Certified Life Coach from London, Certified Communication Trainer, Certified Soft Skills Mentor, Excellence Award in Training and Development, Best Paper Presentation, Women of Substance Award holder, Certified CCE UK Positive Psychology Coach. She is a dynamic, energetic speaker who shares a decade of business experience in the travel, tourism, and hospitality and aviation industry. She is a sought-after trainer known for her ability to blend humor, storytelling, insights, and practicality. She combines powerful lessons, unique stories, tones of energy and enthusiasm to make every session a memorable one. Now, I would like to welcome Ms. Mehak Kalra, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Shilpa, for this amazing introduction.
My pleasure.
Don't you all think this was not less than a story? Probably a short story, but it was like a story. Yes, so that is what I'm here to talk to you all about. I'm here to talk to you all about stories. Do you think stories are very impactful in our life? We've all grown up with stories, and I'm very sure you all will not deny or not agree to this point that the moment we hear a story, it kind of brings about a smile to our face. The moment you say that you're here to hear a story, and imagine if your whole life is taken into a cycle of a story, how would you all enjoy it? And if I have to tell you that the entire business, what you're doing, if the entire presentation can be presented on a storyboard, does it sound interesting, exciting? Yes. Imagine you don't have to draw the graphs, you don't have to explain the business plan, but you're actually narrating a story. So don't you think your entire business plan is just going to be amazing the moment you put it onto a storyboard and your whole business you're talking about? Because I personally feel life itself is a story. Our entire life which we are living is not less than a story. Short stories written in a book until our page closes. The day we are born, the page 1 opens. Yes. And the day we end our journey in this life called life, the story ends there. But in that, you have so many experiences which you have put across in that book to show it to the world, to bring it to the world. Yes. So we have a set of our emotions when we are growing up. We have set of the emotions down the drain sometimes, and sometimes you're hyperly excited. So what I am here to tell you about is interesting aspects of how you can take storytelling to becoming a part of your lives. Because as I said, we live a life of stories. So why not all the aspects, even when we're talking about business, why can't business be a story in itself? Your entire journey of a business, whether you're a working professional, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're an associate, you're a junior executive, but why not express that entire form in a form of a story? So I'll quickly give you an example right now, which most of us would have done in our English literature school. And based on that, I will take you further to the business journey of stories. So welcome to the storytelling session. So let's go ahead and see what we have in store for you. How many of us remember the scene? We would have done it in our English literature. And many of us still sometimes when, your friend has kind of, given you some kind of not a very pleasant experience, and you suddenly tell your friend, et tu, Brutus. We remember that very well. The moment we talk about Brutus, the moment we talk about Julius Caesar, suddenly something just tickles our brain. Yes. So when we are talking about stories, the entire story can be put into three major divisions, and we call them as ethos, pathos, and logos. So when we are talking about ethos, when you are beginning your story, so for example, if you are introducing your business story, what you need to do for your business story is introduce a character, and that becomes your ethos. Here you're able to see ethos. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. Anthony is just justifying his words where you're introducing the character here. Anthony is your character which you are introducing. So when it comes to business, what you're doing is you're introducing first the character. In other words, you're introducing what is your business all about. What is it that you want to talk about? What is the agenda? What is your outline? So you're building up on the character, you're building up on the ethos aspect of it. Yes, so you're introducing that this is my business, this is what I do, this is what we are here to plan today. You're introduced your ethos, and then comes the pathos. Pathos, once you have introduced a character, the next step which you do is you introduce the emotions. Now, whenever you watch a movie or you read a story, that's how it begins. Like they show you some characters, probably they have shown you some flashback, or they probably are showing you something. They show you a scene where they are just driving you towards the character and what's going to come in next. So the next step, what they're going to do is they're going to play with the emotions. Yes, it could be happy emotions. It could be sad emotions. It could be anything. So here you're looking at playing at the emotions. You're talking about the pathos. And the pathos, what we're talking about here is all about your emotions. Now here, what Anthony does is creates an emotional connection, because unless you are connected emotionally to your character, until and unless you get emotions in place, whether it is personal life, whether it is business life, things don't work. If I say business life, now you may ask, Mehak, how can you get introduced emotional when you're talking about business? Well, are you all not connected to your bosses? Are you all not connected to your teammates? Are you all not working with humans? You are. So where can you leave the emotions aside? How can you leave your emotions aside? It may be good, bad, but emotions are emotions, pleasant, unpleasant, but emotions are definitely going to play a role. So if you want to do a team building, if you want your team to understand what you are going to talk about in your business, then you are talking about the pathos to them. You're introducing now the emotions, because until they get the connect with you, the wavelength doesn't match us. And if the wavelength doesn't matter, I'm disconnected, you're disconnected, and we have no connection. But the moment I form that connection with you, then I want to hear, what is your business plan? Okay, you have done so much amount of work on this. Yeah, we really need to work on this. We really need to get this going. This is the vision. This is the mission. How can we deviate? So again, I'm touching the emotional side of it. Man, you've put your this many number of years. I cannot let it go now. So you're playing on the emotions again. And then you have the logos. Now, business cannot run only on emotions, can it? It cannot. It needs another interesting character. What character is that? Well, that character is your logic. If I don't have logic into it, neither I can run my business nor I can run my real life, because in reality, life doesn't works only on emotions. Life is a mix of logic combined with emotions. Yes, so logic helps you to overcome sometimes the emotions which are not required in your life, the negative emotions aspect of it. So the logic is going to help you to overcome those. Similarly, when you're talking in the business scenario, you're talking about Let your logic play a role over here and see what best is suitable. So this is one small storyboard which we have created, which you can create on your business world as well. So stories can bring about a lot of things. So I have just narrated this Julius Caesar reminder to you to show how you can connect your stories into your day-to-day business life. Now let's go ahead and see some more interesting stories. So are you all in with me for more stories to come and understand more on storytelling? All right, so here's a story, and this is a short story which we are going to say. Now, a couple of years ago, I was at an international banking conference. There was a guy on the stage whose presentation was a total murderer. Oh, I was like, when am I just going to get out of this? Or will I be alive when I'm out of this presentation? I'm woken up suddenly, some tap on my shoulder by my pal of mine. And then, this is the pal or this is the person, man, I have not seen you for years. I'm like, in the jeopardy. Oh my God, who's this? Meanwhile, there is an introduction of the next speaker. What was his topic? Well, IT audit strategy for the new international banking sector. This was the topic. Now, my pal says, whom I've met after years, who I haven't seen him for years together, and he says, Mehak, come here, let's go out for a coffee, man. I mean, anyway, this is going to go on for some more time. And as it is the previous presentation which I've had, I just mentioned to you how it was almost like murdering me out. So when he suggested, the first thing comes to your mind is like, yeah, let's go out. I think most of you would have done the same. But the speaker suddenly got my attention. It just caught my attention and it made me sit down and listen. How? What did he do? What happened all of a sudden that, the person whom I've not met for years, who's been a good friend of mine, I don't want to go out for a cup of coffee with him, but stay back and listen to this man who's talking about the IT audit strategy. Well, he opened with this question. The presentation which he started with this question. Do you like magic? This is his opening statement of the presentation. And he told us this wonderful story about his first magic show as a kid, which he seamlessly linked to the key problem with the most IT audit strategies. What was happening there? A simple story, which is his childhood story about magic. He just connected the dots and he spoke about the problems, but again, with the strategies, the problems he's talking about is the strategies. This is just a picture which I've given for you. We don't want to view. This is a cartoon which I've just put up. Now, people, when we are talking about this, we're talking about you cannot bore people into buying your product. You can only interest them in buying it. I think most of you will agree to this point. You cannot force someone to buy it. But if you have a story and if they can touch that story can touch his or her heart, they definitely want to buy. So many of us, just the story which is connected is where we just, yes, we want to go ahead. So what should you do instead? Well, simple, tell a story. You want customers, you want your business to work, you want to explain strategies, you want to do presentations, whatever it is, you can tell a story. You can even, do you know that you can send your resumes through, nowadays, there's something called as, in European countries, you will find this, catching up of visual thinking resumes. You don't have any more written resumes. You have visual thinking, visual resumes, where entire visual thinking of you goes into the doodling aspect of it, and your resume is created on doodles. Your entire characteristics about your education, about who you are and what you are, can be exhibited through doodling. Don't all of us enjoy the moment we see some doodles coming up and some cartoons showing up and writing up? Yes, that's your visual impact. That visually what you can impact cannot be impacted by words, because visually something just gets into your brain very, very quickly. So does the story, because that has been there inside you for ages. From the time you're born, your mom has been telling you stories. You can relate to your mom, that comforting sound when she puts you to sleep. You will remember the comforting sound of the nice fairy tale, which you would have remembered during your childhood, and you fall fast asleep dreaming about fairies. Yes, so that is the power of when you're telling a story. Stories work like magic. It creates the magical moments. It gives you the hope without your audience even realizing it. Not that you're deliberately trying to create an impact on your audience, it automatically does because of the pathos. Remember, just now we spoke about ethos, pathos. Yes, so pathos is where your emotions are, and your emotions are closely connected to the stories of different kinds which you have heard during your childhood. So even without your audience realizing what is happening, you have suddenly created an impact in their brains. Stories will make you want to listen. How many of us, when you're listening to a story and it's really interesting, so many of us, when you're watching a movie, at times would have wiped your tears off. You would not even want what it could be. Anything. It could be something about your country which can touch you really, really. It could be something which touches your heart, and you don't want that corner of the eye to be noticed by anyone, and you just kind of drop off that little tear which is coming in, and you just wipe it off, because it will make you to listen, whether your audience wants to listen to your lecture or no, but they definitely want to hear that small story which you have to tell them. Yes, it can also captivate your attention. Trust me, when you're trying to say someone something, they may not listen you out, but the moment you want to tell them that I have a story for you, they definitely will pay attention. What is it? What is that little secret which you want to tell us? What is that little thing which they want to tell us? Yes, stories will engage in your emotions. It will make you think. Yes. Do you think stories can make us think or help us think? Can it in any ways help us to think? In what ways? No, it can help us to think one particular problem with different perspectives. You and I are different. You have been brought up in a different culture. I have been brought up in a different culture. My environment has been different. Your environment has been different. So the way I look at the problem may be different from the way you look at the problem. So imagine if I'm putting up a story to make a decision in an organization. It's much easier for me to get various inputs on solving that. Makes it much easy because all of them over there are thinking that what could be the best possible solution. So according to me, I would say this is the solution. According to another person, he may say, no, I think if we work this better. So instead of one brain, you are helping people to think from different angles by just giving the same story to them, because each one's perspective is different at looking at one story. And we remember and also share stories. Certain examples, certain stories would have touched your heart. Like, it could be anything. It could be related to anything. It could be a very small moral story which you would have done, but would have read, but it relates so much to your business world today. And you definitely want to remember that. And it could be a short story. You would definitely want to tell it to your friends. You want to definitely share it. You would not want to keep it to yourself. Yes. So what does the famous person Walter Fisher has to say to us? What Walter Fisher says is, man is a storytelling animal. Of course, we cannot deny the fact that we all are mammals and we all are animals. So what he says is, we are storytelling animals. So what does your communication theory tell us about the power of stories? Any guesses? What can your communication theory tell you about the power of stories? Now, this is your communication, which you would have seen. You have some newspaper readings. You have certain things which come up in the news every day. You'd have seen some advertisements. We're talking about some stories. Almost all the forms which you see of communication are stories. So again, we have our Walter not leaving us. What he tells to us is, it's not really about the facts and logic. We agree with someone when we like the story better. So sometimes you may find things which may not be very logical. You may feel, no, this is not something which is logical. Your brain says no and your heart says yes. And most of us are heart-working people. Most of us ignore the head at times and listen to the hearts. I'm not talking about the core business people, but yes, we do listen to our heart a lot of times. And if something has touched you, you're not playing logic there. Then you are going ahead with what you have heard. Since when has this happened? Since when have we started believing in stories and following them? Well, not less. You've been listening and following stories from at least 2,532 years now. Yes, I'm not talking about a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades. I'm talking about 2,000 years up. When? From the time when you have seen Aristotle or heard about Aristotle. It's a first step. When Aristotle introduced his persuasion strategy on rhetorical, being rhetorical. Yes, you have rhetorical questions. What are rhetorical questions? It's just cracking a conversation. In fact, they're not questions at all. So it's from the time of Aristotle is what we have seen the stories. Yes. So what does the stories well do? They tell us, why should we go ahead and tell stories? What the purpose? There should be some purpose that I should be doing it. Tell a story to arouse your audience interest. You want people listening to you? Tell a story. Pose a problem. You want people to solve things for you? Put it in a form of a story. They will be more than happy to solve it for you. You want to offer a solution yourself? Narrate it with a story. Give an example of a story. You want to describe the benefits of something? Tell them a story. See, this is what it is. This is how it is. State your call to action. Again, everything happens with a story. So there are two fundamental elements which is needed for you to create one. So you told about the importance. We understand about the importance. Now let's go ahead and create one story. But how? Where should I start? Two fundamental elements, just two. Character. First and foremost, for any kind of a story, what you need, whether it is a business story, whether it's a personal story, whether it is to do with a moral story, whether it is to do a mythological story, any kind of a story you pick up, you will have a character. There has to be a character. And who are your characters? You can have your customers as your characters. You can talk about your products. You can talk about your employees. You can talk about your leader, your organization. All this is the character. So where do you build upon? Either you build on your organization, build on your customers, build on your employees, build on the character. Who's the character? These are the examples of your characters. Then what is the second, another important element? Problem. What is the problem? The one they are suffering from. Character, around that, what is the problem? What are the customers suffering from? What is the organization suffering from? What are the employees suffering from? So you are looking at the second aspect of it is develop around the problem. The one it solves. The one which they are passionate about. The one which shapes its vision. The one which defines value. So what do we have David Ogilvy telling us is the public is more interested in personalities than in corporations. So today, when you talk about Apple as a brand, when you talk about Amazon as a brand, you just don't talk about the brands. Behind the brand comes your character. Behind Apple, you suddenly remember Steve Jobs. Behind you talk about Tata's, the person behind it suddenly flashes to you JRD Tata. You cannot forget the man behind the steel man, whom we call it as. Yes, you talk about any corporation, the first thing comes to your mind is the man or the woman behind it. We're not being gender biased here. You remember them as personalities. We call them as personalities. Today, the most effective communication, now just to when we're talking about the personality, if I may take a minute or so, to tell you this was a very interesting interview which I read about Ratan Tata recently, where an interviewer asked, one of the interviewer was just having a conversation with 2 and 3 people. And one of them, he asked, how long would you take to buy an BMW? And he said 1 year. The other one was a doctor. He said, probably 5 years. I'll be, the kind of profession I am in, I'll be able to pick it up in the next 5 years. And 1 year, 2 years, this is the answers the interviewer, the journalist got. And then the journalist took upon Tata and he said, he asked the question to Ratan Tata, how long would you take, sir, to get an BMW? Ratan Tata paused for a moment. He took few moments to answer that question. And after a few moments, he said, 7 years. And the journalist was taken aback. He said, a person like Ratan Tata who can just go out right now and pick up on a BMW. And this man says 7 years. And then he asked him, why do you say so, sir? So Ratan Tata said, BMW is a big company and it definitely takes time to buy them out. So that is the personality we are talking about. And that's the story we are talking about. And that's Ratan Tata for us. Yes. So he is not talking about one BMW. He's talking about BMW as a company. Yes. And he has the capacity to buy it out. So this is what we say impactful business stories, impactful business personalities. And I love this man for who he is. So today, the most effective communication develops and spreads through your stories. So that's how what we are here for, to tell your story. So it could be, as I mentioned to you, it could be a business story. It could be a personal story that right now what I may have missed out on the number of years, probably Mr. Tata would have told 5 years. I may have miscommunicated it to 7 years, but nevertheless, get on to the core topic, get on to the core subject. And remember, there are only 2 things which you need to do to build on your business story. One is the character, one is the problem. And remember 3 little factors which we have done. Any story will have the ethos, pathos, and will have her logos. So you have your ethos, the character, you have the emotions, and you have the logic, right? Hit there and your storyboard is ready. Go ahead, visually create stories, narrate them, enjoy them, and let others also enjoy your stories. And that's storytelling for me. And that's the story which I have for you today. And I hope you would have gathered a lot of points in it. And I'm very sure you all would want to incorporate and become business storytellers, because trust me, it's nothing more interesting than telling your own stories to people. Thank you so much for the time which you've given me to speak. I think, Shilpa, I'm bang on time. I'm sitting with military people around me and I know the value of time. So I would not take extra time over here. I completely understand how important for all of us is to preciously value each minute of everyone. So thank you so much for this opportunity to share my views on business storytelling with all of you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was honestly amazing. The only word I can say is amazing, because even previously I had attended a lot of storytelling sessions, but this one was truly an eye-opener, because it was end-to-end complete details about storytelling. And I really hope that this session would have helped a lot of trainers and coaches to use storytelling in their businesses and dealings. Thank you again, ma'am. And now over to Shelly, ma'am.
Ma'am, you can inform our surprise gifts also about questions.
Sure. So all the participants and our lovely audience, here's a surprise for you by Mr. Akash. So whoever in the audience would have will ask question, the best question and the best participant will be getting a surprise from ABCD International. So request all the participants to ask and to post the best of the question they have for our amazing speakers.
Hello, ma'am. Hello. Hello, ma'am. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir,
Yes,
you are
yes, we
audible.
are audible. Please go ahead.
Okay, fine, thank you. Ma'am, I'm working as a teacher in an engineering college. How can I use this storytelling in my classes? I'm teaching in higher education, means I am handling engineering students. How can I use storytelling when dealing with the students? Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Shelly ma'am, may I answer this question?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can.
Okay. Mr. Mohammed, the only concept about storytelling is that you should be passionate about the subject yourself. You will definitely in engineering get a lot of concepts of narrating a story. If you ever watch Hindi movies, have you watched Hindi movies anytime? Do you watch?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Three
If you
idiots.
have a small little engineering clipping, which you would have seen in Three Idiots movie, where Amir Khan explains about engineering, drum, 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 drum. Now, what the students will understand is brum, brum more than what they understand what is written in the textbook. So that is with the power of storytelling, which we tell you is pick up on the topic which you want to explain it to them, create your storyboard, create a character with it, create the emotions, attach the emotions to it, show the reality, because what I connect with you would be my reality with my emotion. As a human, I'm logical plus emotional. I am not only logical, I'm not only emotional. So when I have my character, and if I can connect my emotion with the logic over there, the student will understand the broom broom language far more better than what you have to write it on the board and explain it to them. That's why I say stories are enchanting and mesmerizing also. I hope I answered your question, Mr. Mohammed, for you.
Yes, ma'am. Wonderful answer. Wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir, for asking question, and thank you, ma'am, for a wonderful answer. So I request you everyone, if you have any questions, please write down in chat box. So we will continuously check and we will move further. Yes, Shelly, ma'am, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Nice
Akash.
to see you. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, good evening, everybody. This is Shelly Best in front of you. And before we proceed further, I would really want to congratulate the CEO and founder of ABC International, Mr. Akash Babar, for organizing such a marvelous and stupendous platform for all of us. I was watching each and every day and every episode, ABCD 1, 2, 3, 4, and today we are on the verge of the fifth and the final business summit. And need not to say anything, the 4 days were superb, fantabulous, and I guess all the speakers, all the master trainers who were a part of this platform were awesome. I guess I don't know from where Mr. Akash have discovered all these wonderful master trainers on the earth, because on one roof he has given us tremendous plethora of multi-talented, fascinated personalities over here. And if I talk about today's session, it was awesome. The session had just begun. And look at the wonderful, stupendous opening given by Mehek Kalra. I salute you. And you know, as the slides were moving and as I was looking with the graphics and all the material written over there, it somehow directed straight into my brain. Why? Because no doubt you are a trainer or a coach, but the significance and the style in through what you were telling was superb. And basically, you know, myself from an English background, storytelling is my area. So I will be a bit partial towards Mehek audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for whatever, because storytelling is my passion. And I was supporting and noting and observing each and every minute tactics of her, whatever she was speaking. So I apologize if I would be appreciating her a bit more, because I guess, you know, as she has given us a superb start on this session, I guess the other 4 speakers would be superb, because she has already raised the bar for the platform. Imagine the first speaker and her stories, telling ideas and sessions, see the business strategies, something so important and something so serious, but it reaches into our head through the storytelling medium, and that too from the great storyteller Mehek. I am amazed. You had rocked the session, and I was just waiting for you to be you just to end your session so that I could speak for you. So hats off, Mehak. And one more thing which I want to tell the audience, as Mr. Akash has already told everybody, that we are looking for the questions which should come out from the audience over here, and please write it down in the chat box so that we should collect it, and the best question of the day would be awarded by Mr. Akash. So I want an absolutely enthusiastic participants and audience over here. Apart from the listening, you should also participate in questioning also, because that is what it becomes more interactive, that I will understand that yes, you are actually appreciating our speakers, you are a part of this discussion, and the more the question come, the more fury you will add to this platform. So thanks a lot, Miss Mehak. Wonderful job. Stay blessed forever. And with this, we switch over to the next participant of the day, who is none other than Miss Deepika. So let me just introduce Miss Deepika. Deepika Relan is a coach, speaker, mentor, and an author. She believes in think big, dream big, and achieve big. She is the founder of Skills Academy, featured on Global TV, Gyan, V4 News, Malanjo TV, India, News, Gaunse, Samvad Sarkar. Deepika has been associated as a motivational speaker in reputed schools and NGOs of Delhi. She has globally trained thousands of kids, teens, and young people, including business owners, working professionals, teachers, housewives, and students to enhance their persona using effective communication and essential life skills. So all the best, Deepika. I invite you on the stage. The stage is all yours. Please rock the session. And let me say what beautiful thing will come out from your kitty. Open your magic box and throw the target with all the loving spectators over there. We are ready to grab it. Over to you, Ms. Deepika. Carry on.
Thank you so much, Shelly ma'am. I really feel so lucky that you have introduced in a way that I am again listening a story. So this session would be like that I am continuously listening a story. I hope I will make that impact with my presentation. So my topic is about business collaboration. Why business collaboration is important, how we can do it. This is all what we are going to do. And we are going to learn lots of things in this session. And I have introduced some activities for the participant as well, so that participants will enjoy the session and I can see the presence of mind as well. So for that, I have introduced some activities with my presentation, with my topic. So as Shelly ma'am told about me that I'm an author, coach, speaker, mentor, and these things are there with me. I would say I started at very young age, I would say. And then I have just started my journey, and I am as a speaker in front of you and collaborated with ABCD, which is really giving me the immense pleasure to be there. And I would say thank you so much, Akash, sir. Because of you, I am here. So thank you so much. Okay, let's talk about the collaboration. See, collaboration needs lots of things. Collaboration needs management, collaboration needs your skills, collaboration needs goal, your strategy, your teamwork, group management, problem solving. Lots of things are needed in a collaboration. But what I'm going to tell you is you need few things and you are going to collaborate with anyone in the world. So why and how? First of all, I wanted to know from your end why collaboration is important for you. Anyone can answer for this. Why collaboration is important for you? What do you think? Why collaboration is important in your business or maybe for your personal brand?
To grow your brand.
Yes, definitely, to grow your brand.
And also to take the ideas from the two places, the best ideas coming from the one place and the other best ideas coming from the second place, and all those ideas merged together to give us the awesome, excellent ideas. And the growth is superb.
Yes, definitely for the growth. Yes, competition is over. It's time to collaborate. Definitely. It's really nice that competition is over now, because after this pandemic situation, there is no competition in the market. Everyone is looking for the collaboration to grow themselves as a personal brand and for the business as well. Yes, there is no customer target. Okay, growth, ideas, views. For the awareness as well, if you wanted to make awareness, if you build awareness of your brand, you have to collaborate with the different people. That's how you get the awareness in the market. For the successful, and yes, to build a team, you need to collaborate. If we all are here and we are not working as a team, how we can get a success? And for that, we have collaborated. There are many speakers who are invited over here and they speak something or the other thing. The topic was altogether different. But if we are not collaborated with with Akash sir, then how we can come up on the stage, right? So collaboration is important for your growth, for your visibility. I don't know, many of you might not aware about my name, my brand, and something about me. My face would be there because of my collaboration, right? So this is how, and this is why you need to collaborate, to get the more visibility, to get the awareness, to get the success, to build your team, and to get a popularity, fame, and expand your brand. So this is why collaboration is really important over here. Now, the next thing that I would like to ask you is why you are not able to collaborate. Why in this big universe we are not able to collaborate? What are where we are lacking actually? What are the things that we are not able to do, and where we are lacking, and how we cannot do it? Self-doubt, definitely. Self-doubt is a big question here. Self-doubt. There is also a lack of resources. We don't have the resources how we can approach other people. So resources are also there. Actions, we are not, okay, ego. All right. Right direction might not be there. That is why we are not able to collaborate. We don't find the right people as well to whom we can trust on. So trust issue is there. We are not getting the right kind of people. We don't find the resources. We are not taking the action. We have a self-doubt. What if I'm not able to do that? What if I get failed? So that self-doubt also pushes back. Okay. So how we can do collaboration? How we can do it? This is what I'm going to tell you. But before that, before telling you all the steps, I wanted to play one activity with you to see the presence of mind. Okay, find any object around you. I hope you are at your home, or maybe if you are on a way, please don't do it. If you are at a home, please do find any object around you. In just 30 seconds, find anything that you get it in your hand. Like I have this pencil, and what we can do is, we need to relate this object with me, and I need to do opposite of it as well. Like relate the object and apart from that. So if I relate this pencil with me, whenever I sharp, this pencil is more effectively writing. Whenever I sharp my skills, I am more effectively speak. I am more effectively to do my work. Whenever I sharp the things, whenever I sharp my skills, whenever I sharp my pencil, this works more effectively. So this is the relation with pencil and me, and how I apart. Okay, the pencil can write anything, and we can erase anything if we write wrong somewhere. We can erase it. But if I say something wrong, I cannot erase it. I cannot erase my words. So I need to be very much careful when I speak. So this is the relation and a part of this object. So do you have any object around you that you can relate and give this example like I have given to you? Any one of you, please? All right. Earphone related, careful listening skills. Okay, book, I can share the feelings with them. Nice, nice, very nice. And how do you a part of it? Like you are showing that you can relate to it, but how you can show that You both are different. The same technique you can apply when you go to the collaboration part. See, other company, other brand, how you and other brand is related to each other. And you can see where do both of you apart from each other, right? From that mindset, you are able to find out goods, pros and cons for that particular brand and for your own self. Spray, I can spray. Okay. Okay. Nice, nice. Really nice. We all know how to relate, but how would we know how to do apart thing? We can easily relate to anyone, but it is difficult to think about other ways. So that is why we need to think before we collaborate. If somebody is nice to me, I will like to collaborate. But what if that nice part is for a shorter period of time? It's for the benefits of that particular person. Because I don't believe in taking the benefit of the person. I believe in giving the benefit to other people from my product and services. So that is why we work upon the both of the things, how we can do apart things and how we are related to each other. So first of all, what you need to do for this is find the people from your niche. Like my niche is education. I am from the education background. So I found people from the education background on, because it's easy to relate me, right? It is easy to get the collaboration done for myself. Now, this is a broad area. My niche is become a coach, like I'm a coach, speaker, mentor, public speaking skills trainer, life skill coach. So you need to find the people from your niche, related to your niche, and then you both can collaborate and do wonders for your own self and for the people. See, collaboration is for the business and for the people that you are providing the services to. So you need to think on the both ways. You are doing for your own self or for the people other, right? So I work upon the ideas, but that idea should include the values. If that idea doesn't have the value, I would not work in that way, right? Now you need to follow or make connection on a social media. Definitely after this COVID-19 situation, we all are on a social media platform. We all can connect with each other and we can expand more now. So the same thing that you need to do is you will find the people from your niche, then you can follow them, make connection, add value in their life, get engaged. Like social media is a platform where you can see the transparency, because from the post you can see the mindset of the people. If that mindset has been matched with you, you can easily get engaged with that people. Okay, once you get engaged, add value, and lots more value. This is how I work. If my value actually needed by that person, I will offer my collaboration. I will offer my main part, like business part, from where I can make money. But it is not like that. If you have not added any value in others' life, don't go for it. Don't approach for the money, because if somebody has not seen any value in you, you won't able to sell. Selling is not just about giving or taking the money. It's also about exchanging the product or services. So if you are not able to do it, then nobody will pay you in a longer run. If you see for a longer run, you will find that for anything you have to give the value, then only you will get exchange in money. Yes, this is what the main thing all about. Don't sell in first go. First, you have to add value. By giving the value, you can tell the importance of your own thing, like how much value that you can give to others. This is how you can make them realize that you are really important in their life. If you are not important, then why should anybody want to pay you, right? And for that, we have to add value in their life. Make your profile so strong that you can be known as a brand, and always brand wins. Brand always wins. So for that, first you need to make your social media profile so strong. Put lots of content over there related to your product and services. I'm again telling you, product and services will sell. but you have to give value to the audience, to the people, then only. And how would you do it? By making your profile strong, by making your things strong. Now, related to that only, brand awareness, I'm talking about the personal brand as well and for the business as well. We all know about these jingles. I am loving it. Who is going to tell me I am loving it is related to which brand?
MACD.
Yes, MACD.
I've got two small kiddos at home, so it is always I'm loving it.
I am loving it, definitely. Yeah, just do it.
Nike.
Nike, definitely.
Nike.
We know the company name by their jingles as well. So this is how you have to make your brand, that by your jingle, people should know your brand. Okay, move the way you want. Anyone? This is a tricky one actually. Move the way you want. Yes? Okay, it's Uber. See the difference. No, Burger King, no. It's Uber. Now you see the difference, McDonald's, Nike, and Uber. So this is you. This is the brand. This is your business. If you can relate your jingle with your name, that people will collaborate you. They will come up to you and do the collaboration, give you the business. Okay, but you have to actually make your profile so strong that people will approach you. And definitely they all sell because of their visibility. Because of their visibility, they actually added the credibility into it, and at last they make the profit. First, your profile, your visibility should be there. Add lots of things, show the credibility, and then you will make lots of profit in it. But initially you need to start. Initially you need to start from the first point, that is visibility. Make your profile, your company profile, maybe your personal profile so strong that people will come to you. And then you have to write them mail, you have to write them text and approach them. And definitely, to whom you are writing, you have to write on a personal note. Like, you cannot copy and paste the same thing to everyone. It doesn't work, because your need would be different than my need would be different than other third person, right? So we all have a different need, and we all have a different requirements as per the brand. So you need to first go through with that profile for the person to whom you are approaching, write a mail as per their need, as per their requirements, and then you are good to go for it, because that shows that you have searched all the things and you know what they want to grow the business. Be clear with your agenda. What do you want? Do you want a long-term business collaboration with them, or do you want to go for the shorter one? Because if you are the one who have a visionary of like working for 10 years or 5 years, you have to put your work in that way so that people will come again and again to you. But if you're the one who want to make in a shorter, like money in a shorter run, like say today I wanted to make 10 lakh rupees in one go, forget about the tomorrow, we'll see the another client for tomorrow. If your agenda would be like that, then it doesn't work, right? So you have to clear with your agenda, what do you want from other person? Accordingly, you have to approach. Accordingly, you have to write them. Ready with your promotional tool, like what all the things that you were going to offer. Your business card should be ready, your PPT should be ready, your bonuses should be ready, your services should be ready. If you have any testimonials, then you should show that testimonials as well. If you are working for free to them for a shorter period of time, do tell them that, yes, I'm going to work for you for 3 months for a free, and then you can pay me, right? You have to be ready with all the things, with all the ideas, with all the promotion tools that you have. And accordingly, you need to approach any client. And for that, you need not to be always a guest. You have to be the organizers. Like you can call them for a lunch, for a dinner, for a meeting, for a coffee, and then with a personal note, you can share the business ideas because you already built the relation. How? You already added values and then you have built that particular relation. Your relation, like by approaching them on a social media, by following them, by engaging them. So the relation is already built up now. Now you need to sell. Now you need to get a profit, right? So it's a strategy. It's a step-by-step process. How would you go about it? And yes, definitely, as I said, write them mail or message, personalized message. It should not be same copy paste message for everyone. Like I approach Shelly ma'am for anything, I would not send the same message to Akash sir for the same thing. No, I want to be able to do it, right? And it should not be happen. We always do the same thing. If there is some people who approach me for the Facebook ads, they write the same thing to every client, but they don't know why this particular ad is not working, why that brand is not looking for that particular thing. So they don't go in a detail. That is why they are not able to crack the deal. But if you reach to 10 clients in a month and you crack 3 out of it, then it would be great, rather than reaching the 100 client and you are not able to get 1 out of them, right? So write them the personalized mail and search before you write. Get all the things done before you approach them for the profitability part. So this is how you can do it. Always an audience want what is there for them. I also wanted to know what is there for me, right? If I am here, I wanted to be connected with everyone. So many people will look at me, and that is why I am here. My benefit is my visibility. What is your benefit to be there? So always everybody wants to know what is there for them. If you tell them what is there for them, they will definitely going to listen to you. They will definitely going to collaborate with you. But you need to tell them their benefit. If you are always talking about me, I, then it doesn't work in that way, right? Tell them what benefit they will get by collaborating with your brand and by taking your services. Yes, be an organizer, not a guest. You need to be organized particular thing like lunch, dinner, or maybe tea, coffee, or something, a meeting, something like this, and speak. Until and unless you are not speaking, you are not able to get that business for yourself, because guests keeps quiet most of the time and the host of that particular event will speak. So that is how that particular host is always in a limelight, and you should be the one who hosts that particular event. You should be the one who is in the limelight, right? Yes, follow up with the value. This happens, we are not able to crack the deal in one go, right? But what we are doing is we are always giving a follow up with, okay sir, when will you crack, when I can come up to you for collecting the check, when should I do this, when should I do that for your business? No. At times what you can do, you can follow up with a value by giving them value, by showing them your testimonials, by showing them your work. Follow up with them by showing them your work. Maybe you can wish them on their birthday, maybe you can wish them on their anniversary or some big day of their life. So that is kind of a follow-up that we are doing, that shows that we are in a good as well as bad time with you, right? You are showing that thing to the client, then only the client will feel that yes, that person is doing something for you. They have lots of things for you. So follow up with them with value, not with the sale part only, not always selling something, right? So this is from my end, and I hope you will get lots of things from this ideas. If you have any question, please go ahead. Yes, Shelly ma'am, you can take the questions, or if anybody wanted to ask anything.
Yes, audience, you are very much free to please ask your question to Deepika.
Define your lecture, okay.
Otherwise, I have so many questions in mind, but I will definitely want the audience to throw a volley of questions at our amazing speaker.
Sure.
Ma'am Deepika, ma'am, one question. You are from that background, and probably you must be having the, knowledge of that. I just wanted to ask if one person who can give a role model or a leadership, and the other person who's got talent to run the business, and the third person is a financer. Because if you want to set up a big business, you all these three elements are required. One, a face, the other who's actually doing the things, and the third one is financer who can finance the business. Some collaboration. All the three can collaborate. What is the way how we can collaborate, and what are the legal formalities where you can formulate, or what are the percentage fixed for these kind of collaborations? Income or the profit percentage fixed for these kind of collaborations.
And you are doing which business? Like you are approaching them, they all are from three different categories. You are going to approach them for which business?
Education only. Education.
Education
Want to set up university. To set up university. One, a vice chancellor who's a very known figure, he can give that kind of guidance. The other man who's best in administration, he can provide the administration. But though these two people don't have the required finances, the third person is required to be there who can finance the project. So what are the legal formalities, and what are the percentage shared in the corporate sector? You must be having some idea.
Yeah. So first thing is the percentage that you are talking about should be like how you are investing. If one person is investing all the 100% in your business, then that person requires the more percentage from the profit as well. And the second thing, how would you approach is by telling them what is their benefit to invest in your idea. What will they get if they are going to invest in your idea? You need to tell the pros of that particular product. Like as per, if I talk about the education system, you also must have seen the after this COVID-19 situation, most of the education institutions has been closed, right? So you need to tell them what your university is doing different from other people, from other universities, what all the things that you are going to provide, so that the one who doesn't have the money is also think about, okay, if I invest in this particular idea, I would able to change lots of life, plus I can make profit out of it. See, first thing should be like how you can change the lives. If all the people are doing the same thing, then what you are doing different from other people. And if you are get this idea that yes, this is particular thing that I am going to do differently, and this is what beneficial for the students, for the parents, then they are going to come up for the admission. And along with that, if you are charging maybe 25% extra in a fees, then they are ready to pay you. Like day boarding is also there. If I talk about Delhi, now Delhi schools are almost on a level their government is taking over actually. If you have seen some news or something, in Delhi, most of the schools are in a losses now. But in NCR, what they are doing is they are also come up with the day boarding things. So they are providing the day boarding. They are actually providing the school education plus the values they get from the home as well. So that particular thing they already organized for the student. So what you are doing different, you can approach with that proposal to the people, to three different people. The one who is having money with them will always go how he will make double out of it, because he already have lots of money. Why he is going to invest in your idea? Just to make double of it, right? So you need to go through with all the profile of three people, how their thinking process is, how they are thinking pattern is, what they want in their life, what is their mission, what is their vision in the life. Accordingly, you need to make a proposal for them. I hope this is like clear.
Yeah, it's yeah, right, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, Deepika, I think you have done justice to this question. Very well articulated question. And before I go further with a small question of mine, I want to speak about some amazing things which I gathered from your presentation. And it is like this, alone we can do so little,
Yes.
Together, we can do so much. Talent wins games. Our teamwork and intelligence win championships. This is what was taught to me when I was a small kiddo in the school. And right now, also, I follow the same logic. Because teamwork begins by building trust. And the only way to do that is to overcome our need for invulnerability. It is literally true that you can succeed best and quickest by helping others to succeed. If you want to lift yourself, lift up someone else. None of us, including me, ever do great things, but we can all do small things with great love, and together we can do something wonderful. No one can whistle a symphony. It takes a whole orchestra to play it. Teamwork is the ability to work together towards a common vision. Look at Mr. Akash. ABCD is so successful today. We are at the verge of the 5th International Business Transformation Summit. And I think so it is done only through the teamwork. And I guess Mr. Akash will be nodding his head to whatever I'm speaking, because teamwork is the ability to work together towards a common mission. The ability to direct individual accomplishments toward organizational objectives. It is the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results. It's a long history of humankind, and I guess the best teamwork comes from the men who are working independently toward one goal and mission. So effectively, change is almost impossible without industry-wide collaboration, cooperation, and consensus. So this is what I gathered from your presentation. And before I switch over to the third speaker, there is a small question which is coming out in my mind, and that is, it is often said, politeness is the poison of collaboration. Can you put some insights to this?
Yes. See, as I said, there are two kind of people who show you that they're so polite, they're so kind, they want benefit of yours, they always wanted to do something for the society. As I done the activity, what is relation with this and me, and how we are apart as well. So that apart part, you need to find out where both of you are apart from each other. If that apart affect you.
Wait, Deepika, I request audience and everybody to mute yourself. There is certain disturbance coming from somewhere, so yes, Deepika, you can continue.
Okay, now I am audible.
Yeah, you're audible to me.
So that activity is for these kind of particular people. Like, you need to find out the relation, that are you related to that particular person or that particular brand. And see, we all are different, so there should be some point where we both are not actually say yes to each other. So you need to find out, is that working in your particular criteria, or is that your principle of working with that person or not? For me, if I talk about me, then I would say I find out the people who actually wanted to do something for the society. But you need to make money altogether. This is something that everybody asks, what if we are not making money? What if we are all doing something for the society all the time? Yes, you can make money, but in that, how much value that you're providing? If I charge for my session 1,000 rupees, how much value that I provide to that particular person? Like, if I am able to help that person for 1,000 to 10,000, then only I will charge that 1,000 rupees. This is my way of working. This is what I believe in. If you are not able to help other people to grow, then why you are here? Then what will you do for that particular person? So you need to find out, and you need to always discuss all the things before your collaboration. What would be the next step? What would be the next step of this particular work? If this has been done, if we are able to promote each and everything, we are getting the sales, what would be the next step? After getting this much of sale, what will you do with that particular amount? Are you going to invest in your business, or are you making like profit and then you go back to home? What will you do? You have to be clear with the vision then.
Very well answered, Deepika. I loved your session. I loved your presentation. I love the answers given by you. Stay blessed forever in life.
Thank you so much.
And keep on shining and keep on smiling.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, with our dynamic second speaker, I take you forward in inviting the third sterling, stupendous master trainers amongst us. She's an amazing personality, and I need not talk much about her because I guess her speech will work wonders for all of you. She is none other than Christine DeCosta, ex-lecturer English from St. Xavier's, founder of Morning Star Primary School and Cesar Academy, international teacher trainer, curriculum developer, storyteller, and soft skill trainer. So she is again the second storyteller decorating our platform, and let us see how innovative her approach will be on this platform and what magic she will be doing today. So welcome, Christine. Over to you. God bless.
Thank you, Shelly ma'am, for the lovely introduction and the lovely words. Yes, the topic is indeed close to my heart, and I thank Akash sir for this wonderful topic. And I hope in these 20 minutes, I can actually mesmerize and take you to that journey of being influenced by your own self. My topic today is on influential skills. I can just see this presentation. Can I have this stop sharing so I could just
Yeah, I request
ma'am,
technical
please.
team to kindly put Christine
Deepika
presentation.
ma'am, please stop sharing. After that, you can share. 1 minute.
Yeah. Yes, Christine, we are able to see you.
Okay, just 1 minute. Yeah. So, hello everyone, and I am very overwhelmed with this wonderful, lovely way of introducing me. Thank you, Shelly ma'am, for those beautiful lines. Yes, it's an honor to get recognized for your work, and from someone like you, a stalwart in education. It's indeed wonderful, and I'm humbled. Akash sir, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm going to take you on this journey of getting influence. So either you're going to be influenced by your own self or you're going to get influenced by me. Okay. So I'm going to start with a quick question. I see all cameras off. So I'm going to start with a quick question and then some warm up. Okay. So my question to you is, in what way do you influence anybody? In what way do you influence anybody?
By your positivity, by the
By
work
communicating, by my personality,
Very
By,
good.
by conduct and language behavior.
Conduct, language,
by
behavior.
my appearance, by my appearance,
Bang on. You're all
by my
giving.
sweet voice.
Yes, bang on. So everybody is giving me, a good answer. You're like 10 on 10, or I should say 100 on 100. But I'm so pleased. You've like made my work so simple now. Now, what I have to tell you today is I'm going to begin with a lovely story. Now, this is one imaginary story that I'm going to be telling you, since I'm also a public speaker, a motivational speaker too. So I'm going to begin with stories. I love stories. I use stories a lot. And it's a privilege that I'm going to be sharing this lovely story. It's an imaginary story. The rabbit was put to school like all the other animals. The rabbit was very good with hopping, and he got good grades with hopping. But when it came to swimming, the rabbit was average, and to some extent, he failed one exam. All the elders, all the family members, and all the peoples said, "Oh, you need tuitions, you need extra classes, you need something that's going to help you to do well in swimming." The rabbit, can a rabbit swim? Is it possible? Can a rabbit swim? I'm from the educational background, so I'm going to take a story that's going to integrate education and influential skills in business too. So I'm going to do a lot of integration, and I'm sure you're going to get a lot from
എന്ത് കുന്താണേലും ഇപ്പം ഞാൻ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട് ഒത്തിരി
Can
പേര്
every
Audience, I once again request everyone to be on mute. It's getting some disturbance over here.
Okay.
Please put yourself on mute. Yes, Christine, carry on.
Yeah. So my question to you, can a rabbit swim? Can a rabbit swim? Obviously not. A rabbit can't swim. A rabbit was never made to swim. The rabbit then finally, with all the tuitions and all the efforts, started swimming. But he ignored the most important thing, hopping. Very important. And I'm going to state this. This is from a very good philanthropist, business tycoon, Azim Premji. Focus on your strengths. Your business is your strength. And how are you going to use your strength to even combat failure? Don't focus on weakness. The traditional schooling and everything tells us focus on things that you are weak and forget about your strengths. And we so much focus on our weaknesses that we forget about our strengths. Our strengths are the most important thing. We need to polish them so that we can take them with us throughout this journey. We can use our strengths to influence others. Yes, my dear friends. So, another question to all of you, the most important question. You can put your videos on, you can stand up. Can we all stand? This is a very important activity where I want you to identify your strength. Hold it in your hand and stand up. I'm also going to stand up. I want you to hold your strength in your hand. If you identified it, hold it in your hand and stand up. Okay? You know, the boxer Muhammad Ali, when he was up there, he said, I'm the best. I'm the best. And that would actually send in a vibration that he's the best. Hold your strength and stand up. Okay? You can stand up and you can simply move like a superhero. Simply move like a super. On your toes. I know it's going to be a little bit funny, but I'm sure there's a lot of takeaway from this. You can simply move on your toes. So do it. And what are you doing with the strength? You're using your strength. Now, my strength is speaking. I'm using my strength to influence the world. So you take up your strength in your fist and stand up, and we're going to go like the superhero. So here you go. Ooh. Yeah, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. I'm going to use my strength. My strength is my personality. Okay? So you can use your strength too and move. So like 1, 2. Yes, I can see Jagdish doing it. Yes, I saw you and then yes, very good. Wonderful. I can see Shelly ma'am giving me a heart. The rest of you too. I'd love to see all of you just turn on your cameras and just make a fist of your strength and move on. Great. So how did you feel doing this? Making a fist of your strength and you being the superhero. If you're doing it, it's wonderful. It's great. Yes? How did you feel doing it? Great feeling. Yes? Wonderful. I wish I could see you, Pradnya. That would be wonderful for, I would feel more great looking at you. Yes, I love the heart. Wonderful, Mohammed. That's great. Yes. So, did you feel you influenced the world for a second? Did you feel you influenced the world for a second? Were you like the king of the world for at least a second? Yes or no? You can ask me, you can tell me anything, yes or no? If yes, then give me a thumbs up or you can give me a clap. Yes, so that's wonderful. Great feeling. I'm traveling. Yes, 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 Helen. Wonderful. Great, great, great. So, yes, coming back to our learning now. So now you at least believe you can influence the world. Everybody can influence the world. In a gentle way, we can shake the world. Shake the world. I believe you don't require all these great businessmen didn't have a lot of money, didn't have a lot of investors. They just had the 3 F's which I am going to be sharing in my present. I'm not doing a presentation. I'm just going to be talking to you. It's going to be an open forum. I want you to take up something and then question me, and then we can basically deal. I have 2 businesses, and I'm telling you, in the pandemic, it has been a struggling phase in the beginning, but I managed them. My school is not closed down. I have my preschool going on online. I have my academy public speaking going on online. I have personality development. I have teacher training all going online. Yes, a woman with a vision I am. A gritty educator. So let me give you 3 F's. First F is friendship. You're never too old to make a friend. So the first thing that you need to do, foster friendship with your team. Your team will make your dream come true. Make them believe it's not I, it's us. It's all of us that is going to achieve the victory cup. So a teamwork makes a dream come true. So the first F is friendship. Create that friendship, that interpersonal skills that an entrepreneur needs to have. Very important. Gardner's multiple theory of intelligence. That's the only theory that I'm going to quote. Okay. And there are some people from the education background. So that's the only theory that I say politicians, businessmen are very good with these skills of interpersonal skills. And don't tell me you don't have it. You can learn it. Leadership can be learned, and interpersonal skills too can be learned. The second thing is be a facilitator. Don't be a dictator, be a facilitator. Facilitate. Let people work at their own pace. Rabbit can't swim. Okay, work on his strength. He's good at hopping. In your team, there are people good with creativity. In your team, there are people good with in various things. Pick that out. Appreciate and facilitate. That is what's good. Make them work on your ideas. All great businessmen do that. I'm not someone very great. It takes me, I'm a very small person, I'd say. I'm not a very big person. But these 2 things I really do very well. If I have my students remembering me, they remember me for only 2 things: storytelling and pushing them out of their comfort zone. Not in an aggressive way, but in a way showing that I'm concerned for you. When I am feeling for you, when I know I'm empathetic towards you, I can facilitate you because I know if you go ahead, my team goes ahead, my company goes ahead, we all go ahead. Our vision becomes more broader. And the final F is fix. Be like a plumber. Fix the problem. Fix it. Take accountability. Always be ready to fix it and not blame it. Don't blame. Start fixing. We Indians are known for the Jagadu way. So let's begin with that. Let's take it to our business. Let's fix every little thing that is not working according to what you feel. There are going to be clashes, there are going to be a lot of many minds, there's going to be a lot of things, but we can always come together and fix it and make it right. So these are my 3 F's that I have given. Apart from that, I'd say a good communication, speaking and listening, very important. These are the ways you can influence. An influencer is a person who can actually build a powerhouse. He or she is a powerhouse. Your approach towards people actually brings out the leader you are. So my 3 F's that I have given you is friendship, Anybody who wants to ask anything? Friendship, making friends, friends. Okay. Fix and to facilitate. A facilitator. So these are the three F's. I put it down. Prominent people to act. Okay. Prominent people were always influenced by their mothers, their the women in their houses, their family members, like Azim Premji. He's a philanthropist and he's also a great businessman. He's a wonderful businessman. It's not that he's not making profit. He's making profit, but his goal, his vision towards society is also there. His vision towards society, vision for education, vision for betterment. So always keep in mind the social responsibility for the society and how, in a gentle way, shake the world. So this is a bit from me about interpersonal skills and a bit about the three F's that I shared and a bit about the story. If anybody has anything, you can ask me about influential skills. I thank Akash sir, Shelly ma'am for this wonderful opportunity and everyone, the organizers. And I believe ABC is making that influence on society by having these summits so that people can learn. So in what way you can make that influence?
Yes. Thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful session. So, if anyone has any questions, please ask, or you can type in chat box also. Yes.
I request audience to kindly ask questions to her. And before you ask question or as soon as you type the question in the chat box, I would like to have certain words of appreciation for Christine because she has actually energized the session. You know, the audience who were just sitting quietly and listening to all the speakers, she has made them do certain exercises, and the moves, all the energetic moves which she had. And yes, she was very true in telling that, yes, she wanted to integrate the business, the education with the storytelling. And yes, she is successful in integrating with the certain anecdotes she has added to her story. Okay. And especially the three F's which she talked about start from friendship, the fix, and becoming the facilitator. Because see, these three F's are certainly very important in today's scenario, because unless and until you don't trust and you don't pay heed to this, a noble word, friendship, you will not be able to succeed in life unless and until, you master this art. And then being an educator is all over here, unless and until you become the best facilitator all around, you are not successful. And the next thing is, in case if there is a problem, you should know the art also how to fix it. So three F's which Christine told us, they are magical. And I guess, when all of us implement these three F's, it will create magic. Okay. And also, yes, of course, when she spoke about the communication and when she spoke about the influencing, and I really appreciate how she started the session with the first question which she has thrown on everybody. What is the one thing you can do to influence somebody? How can you become an influencer in your life? And I appreciate our energetic audience in telling the quick replies, because I could see the 4-5 replies coming on. And of course, if I talk about one thing, the greatest weapon in your hand to impress, to influence the entire world is your communication skills. Along with your amazing personality, your personal, and then, the ability to catch hold of the attention of the public. So I bang on Christine for giving us such a wonderful presentation. It was something very different. Okay. And yes, one thing which she maintained, yes, during this pandemic also, although there were certain ups and downs in life, but yes, she managed to continue with her play school. She managed to continue with her online classes. She managed to continue everything along with these ups and downs in life. So all the best, Christine. And we loved listening to your presentation, listening to your dialect delivery, and especially how you connected, how you integrated your presentation along with the story and along with all the movements you made. And I appreciated one or two audience also amongst us who was also doing the exercise with her, and also, participated with her flow by writing the answers in the chat box and then giving her thumbs and hearts and also big clapping. So all the best, Christine. May God
Yeah.
bless you.
Thank you,
All the
ma'am. There
best
is a
in life.
question. There is a question. Is influence need to mastery on language? Yes. I just say your communication and your tone, your pitch, all that speaks in volumes. Today, when I'm speaking to you, I'm not dictating to you. I know all of you know more than me. So when I speak like this, I'm also humbling myself. So it's not about language, vocabulary, and everything. It's about the tone in which we speak, the pitch in which we speak, and what way we speak. Are we speaking in a pitch where people love to listen to us? So it's not only language, it's tone, it's pitch. If I yell and if I talk to you in a way that you have to listen to me, none of you will listen to me. None of you will listen. So it's very, very important. Carry your personality, carry your communication, speak to people from the heart. Speak because you wish that something good should happen in someone's life. Speak blessings. So I'll say tone, pitch, language, all these things are very intriguing. Whatever language you communicate, it's not about English. Whatever language you communicate, use it in a best way. Use it to bring people together, to integrate people together, so that there's more friendship. An influencer has a lot of friends because he doesn't think about I. He thinks about us all, how we all can go ahead. So thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. You are a mover and a shaker. Thank you. I move miles, actions. Yeah, thank you so much. You moved us from a comfort zone. I am humbled. Yes. Namaste to everybody. Yes, and I hope I could make this 20 minutes influence. Carry this 20 minutes to your family. Spread that cheer. Let us all move with that strength and love. God bless you. Stay safe.
With this, I must appreciate Dr. Baldev Singh for giving her such a super duper title, movers and shakers. So, Christine, do remember, please tell people that today I got this title from the dynamic man sitting over here, Dr. Baldev. Fantastic. I just loved it. Okay. So, audience, from here, I would like to take you to Croatia. From India to Croatia, to our international guest and my dear friend Nada. She's an amazing personality, and I would like to tell a short thing about her, that she has a master's degree in economics, master's degree in mechanical engineering, and she is an assistant professor of economics, business and tourism, split and professor mentor in Highway School, computer science expert, information system manager, and designer of ERP infosystems. She deserves a few honorary doctorates in human rights, social rights, and she's finishing her doctorate in Croatia. Also, she has a diploma as a computer informatics STEM expert, certified accountant, and certified ISO internal auditor. She has such a long profile, and I'm not able to finish it in this session, audience. But yes, I will quickly wind up with telling with some of her achievements, which I could see that yes, she has won this global ambassador, won many national and international awards, and she was declared Croatia's best teacher a few years back, International Women's Award few years back, recognition for best academic book, International STEM Award few years back, and Globe Awards, Global Edu Conclave Award 2021, International Educationist Award 2021, Maharana Pratap Bravery Award, specialized fields is statistics, maths, information, ecology, STEM, economy, business, tourism, entrepreneurship, accounting, and human rights. It's an amazing profile, Nada. And it's a delight to welcome you to India on ABCD's International Master Business Summit. And the stage is all over to you. And let me see what comes out, pops out from your kitty to all of us, to all the audience over here. So welcome, Nada. The stage is all yours. Rock the session.
Thank you. Thank you, Shelley, for a nice introduction. First, I want to thank Mr. Akash that I'm here today, that I can present myself, present my country. And really, it is great because here I have only one friend from Croatia today here, and everywhere, every time when I'm on these stages, I'm really alone. But to thank to all my friends from India and from everywhere, I'm really happy. Like you said, I'm Nada Ratkovic from Croatia. I don't have to speak much about myself because you said almost everything. I want to thank to all the wonderful speakers before me. They are really amazing, our Christine and others. What is my topic? This 4 days, I mean 5 days, we are listening about leadership and leaders. And I have a topic, qualities of a great leadership. So I will go a little faster through my introduction. Why? Because we all know that. So what is I will make at the beginning compare between the years 2020 and the years 2021. We all know what happened and what is still going on. So in 2021, business leaders, when I said business leaders, I mean educators, I mean artists, I mean sportists, I mean on everybody, because we have a conclusion that all of us are today leaders, whatever we were. Also me, I'm a professor, and I think that I'm a leader in my job. We are all visionaries. So what qualities we need? We need many qualities. That is why we are here today and everywhere, every day, and whole time we are learning continuously and permanently. And the situation with COVID makes big changes. And we know that our education is no more the same. And also we know that if we turn back on faculty, universities, and school and normal at work, that we certainly would not have time like now to do all these webinars, workshops, training, because we will be in the classroom, and this, I think that this kind of virtual learning will rapidly go down. I like visualization. Why I like visualization and infographics? Because when you have a picture, you can read all from them. So here in 2020, what was the percentage of human relationships and what was the leadership's role in 2020. Here we have a comparison, 2011, 14, 17, and 20. And we see that 2020, it was 11%. And what things must do our leaders? What they do, they must identify what are their business drivers. So what we think about business drivers, that is leadership, success, they are strongest, powerful, and they must get that business drivers. That is where I can compare that with a computer. If you don't have some drivers, your computer wouldn't work, and it is the same with our leaderships. So everybody must grow and make development. And here we see that in 2020, it was 11%. When we go on, if we talk about economy, like the industry, the production, what is happening there? We see that 78% were in the industry, and what technology has here a big role, because it goes 25% and it is more important for all leaders. We know that everybody was in situation over the night to learn many new digital tools, and everybody was practicing with one, two. I know that me and everybody around me learns many. So if somebody is, I think that also our principals, I know my principal every day learns new, and if we talk about school, we know that he is the main person in the school. This is all in big correlation with emotion, with intelligence, emotional, and if we are not good emotional, and we can't do that, we can't brush our skills, neither that our leaderships. When I have a boss or a chief, you must serve him with products that he asked. And if I can't do that, what is the circumstances? It is that you can lose your job. It happened to many people in this time of COVID. On this infographic, we see how leaders want to spend learning, how many hours do they spend learning per week. So before COVID, we see the percent during and now in the time we call new normal. We see that in new normal, the percent is rapidly growing on for 40%. And here, every day, we talk about the virtual classroom and about learning personalized, flipping classroom, collaboration learning, and game-based learning. I like chess, and I hope that everybody of you here like chess and know to play chess. Why I put this picture? Because chess was the first game, and from the chess, every other game-placed type of education start. This is for me, this is a great synonym for leadership. In 2021, we talked a lot from you, Shelley, from Shelley Bhutani. Everybody was talking about what characteristics and qualities must have a leader. Here is one formulate that many leaders in the world are taking now. So what is that? It is said effective crisis management shams show agility during lockdowns. If you can't show agility, you can't survive. Deal with redundancy, copy with collective rise in burnout. Here is one example. Every time everything is comparing with women, and here we see a woman BLM with, and she has new eyes. What kind of eyes? Eyes with spirit and with physically separated teams. I will through this qualities, I will go a little faster. I will only repeat them because it is not necessary to talk about them. First is resilient leaders. We listened yesterday about resilience. I will only mention here the model called VUCI, what it means. Also, it is new for me, so I will tell volatile, uncertain, chaotic, and ambitious. That is that model for resilient leaders. A good example for resilient leaders in the world and in the Europe is Angela Merkel. We all know who is Angela Merkel, a Germany chancellor, and she is a typical example of resilient leader. The second is controlled ego. What it means under controlled ego? Here also I find an example, and it is Rory Stewart, Secretary from the State of International Development. Controlled ego. I think that for me, this is a really important quality. Why? If you can't control yourself, you cannot be a leader. Because if you are nervous, if you are logging on your employees, that is not for you. And also, if you can't control it, you can't build your team. Your team will not be a successful team. Compassion is the third qualities. What we all know what is compassion. What it includes? It includes mental health, physical safety, and the almost important is emotional intelligence. And all of these days we were witnesses of many speakers, of many colleagues here, and I think that really here somebody wants to come in, are really with this quality. Fourth is inclusion. Sometimes when we hear for this term inclusion, we always think on in school or in faculty, we think on children with special needs and on gifted students. Here in this, we talk about leaders who have a great potential. And here also I gave an example. Every example we can find in America, North or South America, because there, if we talk about business, the business is strongest in America. 5 is responsibility. We all must be responsible to be a leader. What it means, we must make our strategy. And if we talk about strategy, it must be ethics, moral, and today it must be societal use. We call it society useful learning. Trailblazing also, if you have this, you can find solutions. You can make and solve every problem. Authenticity. who are these leaders? For me, it is very sorry that maybe sometimes we can do that. Today, it was really too late when it when I recommended that. Maybe we have make some psychology tests, and really it would be very good to see what type of leadership we are. But today it was late to me to make it, but maybe next time or one time we can do that like a workshop. Accountability. What is accountability? This is important. If you are an accountable leader, you are taking responsibility. Responsibility for all. And we said responsibility. All of these qualities are in correlation one with other. And if we talk about 10, 10 qualities, I'm sure that all of these 10 qualities are in correlation one with other. Inspirational. If we don't have inspiration, no ideas, we don't make brainstorming, I think that we cannot be successful leader. That is for me very, very important, have inspiration and motivation for work. Here, for example, they gave always Barack Obama. Why Barack Obama? Because he had hope and inspiration for his country by being both open and vulnerable. Then is excellent communicator. Today we have here excellent communicators. Here, if you are an excellent communicator, you can also be an excellent leader. That is very, very important. So this 10 kind of qualities and attributes are very, very important. And when I was thinking about today, for me, this was a conclusion of all of these days and talks before me. Now, I'm coming from Croatia, and I will show a few examples. Here on this picture, you can see a little history from my town. We have a big battle with Turkey army, and a little I can free said 20 people have get the battle for the town. After that, we have a big game called Sinska Alka. And here on this slide, I show Alka Dukes. The battle was 1832. And from 1832, the Alka is going every year, and it is the first Saturday in month August. For me, these Alka Dukes are big leaders. Why? Once when you will be free, you can find on YouTube. I know that we don't have time today. You can find on YouTube and watch Sinska Alka. These leaders called Alka Duke are the main persons and the leaders in that game called Alka. And from 1832 till today, where is here this the last Boshkaramlak, we have Alka Duke. This is for me the most, he's for me the best Alka Dukes forever. Also here, I show an example for a man leader, but here, this is really important to mention. In my town, And you see this picture. At the cemetery, we have a lady whose portrait is costing $2 million. And we see that this lady don't have a place for her. So every time I go on the cemetery, I bring her flowers and turn a light for her. How can a person whose portrait is $2 million can live like this? When we analyze her life, she was a great leader. She was a great leader, and that is why I put her today like an example. This is that portrait. She is called Wally Nozel. She came from Austria in Croatia like a nurse, and she is the famous nurse on the world. Here, she has a very, very sad life story. She met this artist, fell in love with him, but he used her and left her. And for one battle, she came in Croatia, and she died very young here, and that is why she is in my town. The artist is Egon Schiele. So here is one YouTube. Maybe if you want, we can listen. And here I want to compare women leaders and men leaders. Why I use this? Because are women more attractive than men? Who is more attractive? Here are some percents, and we can see sense of humor, woman. For financial responsibility, also a woman. Intelligence, a woman. Good looks, a man. Family plan, again a woman. Life goal, a woman. Education, woman. Good salary, woman, double. Career goals, woman. We are more bigger careers than men's. Occupation also. And if we talk about wealth, we are here similar. So at like a conclusion, I would say, become faithful to your original nature. Here are these characteristics, what we must have, either woman, either a man. Self-confidence, femininity and healthness, goodness, independence, the ability to live in here and now. Here I write she, but it is also for a man, how to make an impression, a good housewife or a good husband, the ability to accept happiness, show genuine interest, communication skills, grace and elegance, conquering with a smile, naturalness and sincerity. I will. When we talk about a man, what for you here is more important? We must talk about have a dress code also. What do you think here? What a man must have like a leader? What from the clothes he must wear? Shelley, Beast.
Yes, Nada.
What a man leader must have when we talk about dress code.
When you talk about
dress code.
Okay.
It should be formal, formal.
Yeah.
It should be formal, ma'am, formal.
Okay. Okay. Good.
For an example, this is something very simple which I want to quote. This is an international business meet. Mr. Akash has decided a dress code for everybody, and this is formal. Now, Mr. Akash certainly would not like a gentleman pouring in this platform with a t-shirt and a jeans because it gives a very casual attitude. Because when we are talking about a business, an international business meet, of course, we need to follow the dress code and it needs to be formal.
Yes, yes. So here is when I talk about Alkazjuk, our Alkars are, this is here a symbol from Alka. Thank you. So if there are questions.
Yes, thank you, Nala ma'am, for this wonderful presentation. And if anyone has any questions, please
I
ask.
have a very amazing question given by Dr. Vaishali. It is there in the chat box. Nada, I will read out for you. What is the most difficult part of being a leader? How diversity influence leadership? And if someone junior to you wish to become leader, will you help? And how sincere you will be to helping him?
How will I help a leader? Is that, how would I help? I think with if he need help in work, if he need help in some kind of advice, it depends about what he needs from another person. Could you, Shelley, repeat?
Yeah. Actually, Dr. Vishali has given the question in three parts. The first question is, what is the most difficult part of being a leader? Most difficult.
Yes, most difficult is that you must. Everybody is you must serve everyone, and the success depends about you. And if you are not a successful leader, and you don't have a vision, mission, and if you are leading some kind of organization or school, what would your employees accept from you? How can I expect to get a wave or be promoted or something like that if I don't have a successful leader?
Sally ma'am, may I attempt?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Ma'am, the most important or we can say most difficult part in being a leader is to be totally transparent and role model for the employees or the other people which are there in your group. That is the most important because it is easy to say, but it is not easy to follow complete transparency and being role model for others, number one. And second, in case someone is there who's junior to you and want to become leader, or the company wants to make him a leader, I would say traditional way we were not accepting it, and it is very difficult to accept in the organizations, but it is the new norm. Now we have to accept this, we have to be realistic. And nowadays, or in this engine scenario, the complete leadership is based on the competency of the individual. We must realize that if you want to stay in the game, we will have to be more competent, we have to skill up, and we have to improve ourselves. If before wanting to be a leader, we should if before having the desire to become a leader, one should deserve first. So if you are not deserving it, we should not do something. Okay, I'm not I'm being bypassed, or the others junior is making being made the leader and something like that. We should accept it, and when we realize it, we can accept it. Thank you.
Dr. Baldev, how will I praise you unless and until I don't see you on the screen? Where have you escaped and where are you disappeared? I want to congratulate you. Yes, now here comes the gentleman. Yes, that should be the zeal, you know. When you're talking, when you're interacting, your camera should always be on.
Ma'am, just now you was told that once not be in the t-shirt. That's why I was blocking myself.
Good, good, good. That was a sportive answer. I appreciate it.
Baldev, so one more question you have to answer. Which
Yes.
which you have left? What
Yeah,
is
Nada, Dr.
was-
Vishali has one more question for you, and that's something very, very important. Even I want to know the answer to this question because it's too good. If someone junior to you wish to become a leader, will you help that particular person, and how will you help that particular person?
Yes, I will be really happy that I can help somebody who wants to be a leader if I have that skills, competencies, and knowledge to help him. I will help him. I will learn him. I will took him on the practice. He will work with me, and all knowledge will share with him or her. I was, and maybe if I wouldn't know, if I don't know something, I will send him on to school, on education, on training, on some workshops. I think that every leader must, in every organization, have do that for his employees. That kind of workshops, education, and send them to that, because if you have educated employee, you will have also a successful and success in your business.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, please, sir.
Ma'am, our value depends upon how valuable we are for the organization. If we are not valuable to our family, even our family will say one day, okay, go, we don't need you. So if you are an organization man, and if you put the interest of the organization first, then we need to judge ourselves, we need to judge our capabilities, and someone more capable is there. We should wholeheartedly, we should put our ego aside, we should wholeheartedly support him, because organization is first. Organization, we want that organization develop, that grow, and we should put our ego aside, and we should promote the real talent who can take the organization ahead. That's what I feel, and maybe a personal answer. It depends upon everybody's thinking, or the whatever the way he's conducting himself, or whatever way he's groomed in the organization. But I personally think that I'll support that talent who can take the organization ahead, and I'll put my personal ego aside. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Baldev, for your active participation in this session. We all are appreciating, you are not sleeping, it means. The camera was off due to certain other reason, but you did not go for a nose. That's for sure. I'm appreciating. It's too good.
Mr. Shelley, Mr. Baldev wants to get today a gift from Mr. Akash.
Yeah, that is the reason.
That
Mr.
is why he
Mr.
he is asking many questions. And yes,
Mr.
yes,
Akash, keep the gift ready for you.
but you have Dr. Vaishali here. She asks many good questions.
Ma'am, Sally ma'am, if that gift is given to me by Akash, I would like to offer that gift to Nada, because she is an honorable guest from the foreign country.
Wow,
Thank you,
what
thank
a generosity. Hats off to Dr. Baldev. You're such a generous man, and what a warm gesture you have shown, that even if you have won the gift, but that we are giving to our international guest, our international friend, that too from Croatia. So hats off to you. I bow down to you. You are a man of golden heart, certainly.
Because our culture says anybody who's coming from outside is like a god. His
Yes.
guest is like God for us. So,
Brilliant.
Nada ma'am coming from Croatia and delivering lecture for us, and such an important topic, the leadership in that present scenario, in the Jain norm. It is a very, very good thing that she's delivered and she's prepared a lot. She's
Yes,
made
yes,
very
yes.
good presentations. So we
I
should
should
appreciate her.
appreciate Nada that the chat box is completely filled with the overwhelming compliments for you. The
Thank you.
presentation which
Thank
you
you
have done, and
all.
I could see the hard work which you have put for this presentation. All characteristics of the leaders and everything. You did not left any scope for anything which was missed out from the presentation. Indeed, a great job, great job. All the characteristics of the leaders are exposed to us. Great. I mean, I could even find the integrity, ability to delegate, communication, self-awareness, gratitude, learning, agility, influence, empathy, courage, respect, everything. It was a complete package. So I think Baldev sir is justified in telling us, yes. So at the end of the session, I will be requesting Mr. Akash to pass on the gift to Dr. Baldev so that Dr. Baldev pass it on to our Nada.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Okay,
Akash sir.
thank you.
Akash sir, in case that gift is for me, I hereby authorize you to directly give it to Nada ma'am. Through
Yes,
Baldev,
absolutely. You
Baldev,
both,
through Sally
you
ma'am,
Oh
because
wow, what an honor, what an honor.
Baldev sir, if you can please answer one more question that I have put, it would be great. The question was how diversity affects leadership. If you can please throw some light on this question as well.
diversity means what do you mean by diversity?
Diversity in case of being a male or a female subordinates to you, or race and the color, etc.
Okay, ma'am. Okay,
Races,
understood.
etc.
Understood, ma'am. Because it all depends upon the person who's a leader, ma'am. If a person in the organization, a leader is from good diverse background, diverse education, good public education, and if not, his view is matured enough, he's not myopic. He will see each and everybody in an equal manner, and he should be in our Indian tradition, Indian culture, in the constitutional spirit, all religions, all caste, all creed, all religion, everybody is equal. We should be human first. My title as per my caste indication something else, but I put my title as Manav. Manav means we are human first. We are human first, and then thereafter our identities, maybe we can be anything. So if you see from the humanistic angle, we should see each and everybody as per his or her capabilities, and her talent or his talent should be recognized. And whatever the leadership qualities which we have learned in 2-3 days, these all leadership qualities should be put in place if a leader is a organizational man, if he is a matured enough, if he's educated enough, if he's got a balanced view of seeing things from that perspective. Thank you. Hope I have answered it.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes,
Thank you so much.
definitely well. Okay, so with this brilliant fourth session, I proceed over to the last speaker of the day, and I hope it's already 8:25, but never mind. It was an interesting session, interactive session with the audience and with everybody. Okay, before I inviting the last guest of us, the last speaker of us, I would like to ask one question to each one of you, and let me find out who brilliantly gives this answer to me. बड़े बड़े देशों में ऐसी छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती हैं. बड़े बड़े देशों में ऐसी छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती हैं. This dialogue is from an iconic movie, from the iconic, yes,
दिलवाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे.
and fill up the blank. ऐसी बड़े बड़े देशों में ऐसी छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती हैं. Dash. Senorita. So the next speaker of the day, the last speaker of the day we have today is Senorita. That was the best way to
Sorry
welcome
for
her.
disturbing. Because of Senorita ma'am's self-insistence.
Senorita ma'am, is she there with us?
No, actually, she has a little problem in throat. Just message before half an hour.
Oh.
So she's not able to deliver. Actually, the problem get increases, more problem, and so that's why she is not able to join us. So she says sorry about that, but we really sorry for that. So, and on time we can't arrange one more speaker also. So sorry
Oh,
for
so
that.
Senorita is not there with us. I'm so sorry. But never mind. Never, Mr. Akash, can you give us a quick recap of the entire session of the day and with a word of thanks?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just giving thanks to all. So all thank you, all our master facilitators. First, Meg ma'am, she explained wonderfully and bring stories. We need to bring storytelling in our business. That's also important. And after that, Deepika ma'am, Christine ma'am, and ma'am, of course. So all sessions are more beautiful, energetic, wonderful. So words are
I request everybody, Shahima, Akhtar, to please mute yourself. Yes, thank you so much.
So thank you all our master facilitators for these wonderful sessions, and thank you Shelly ma'am and Shilpa ma'am for this wonderful support. So because of you, the day flow beautifully. So over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Akash, for your vote of thanks. But definitely, the end of the summit was superb. We all were watching, all the series so throughout the 5 days, and it was fantabulous. No words for me. And all the master trainers who have been invited, and the thought process, the thought leadership, the lectures, whatever insights they have given us, they have actually trained us a lot. And we have got so many things to learn from them. I need not wish to end the session, and I would rather request Akash sir to continue with the next series, because it was awesome, it was mind blowing, and I am really honored to moderate the session, to moderate the final last fifth series of ABCD International. And I believe that like this, all the sessions will be, all the upcoming sessions of Mr. Akash will be stupendous. So on this platform, I am really honored, and I would like to acknowledge all the master trainers who are among us, all the mentors, and especially the warm audience. I love the way you were participating through the chat box and through the questions also. And it was a great evening. And it's, I feel honored that the last session and the last summit, we are closing the summit with a wonderful gathering. Hats off to you. Good luck. Stay blessed forever. And one, my last message for everybody is keep smiling, keep shining, keep rocking. Win this pandemic with your positivity. Spread wisdom
Yes.
all around. Collaborate, go. And that thought business leadership should be equipped and should be explored by each and everyone. Make it a success, make it a successful journey for everyone and everybody here, and try to bring a cheer on everybody's face. Try to bring a sunshine on everybody's face. Be a friend, be a master facilitator, but by being a good human being. And
Yes,
I'm
yes.
just clubbing up all the nuances over here, whatever is being trained and whatever key insights given to us by all the master facilitators, especially Mehak ma'am in the beginning through the storytelling mode, and then Deepika ma'am with her beautiful examples, then Christine with her exercises and with her that integrated approach, and then finally our Nada with her intense presentation on the great leaders, the qualities of a great leader. So I believe that today in this session, before I close the session, before I end the session, I believe certain qualities of the good leader will be imbibed by all of us. If not 100%, if not 100%, I could, and yes, before I cannot leave the audience like that. We want to have a good pick. So why not, before ending the session, can I have everybody on the video mode so that Mr. Akash can have a good picture frame for
Yes,
each
and
one of us? Yes,
yes,
beautiful,
and I
Mr.
want
Deepak
to announce.
Sharma, fantastic. Christina, Mohammed Baba, Mehak Kalra, Razul Kareem, Tehma Ikhtar, Ishal, Pradya, Helen, Dr. Shalini, Koyal, Fari, Sarita, Nikita, Nigyat. It's just a request. Let us all catch you. The last glimpse of the last summit. Beautiful, Miss Helena, Nigat, beautiful. You all are looking vibrant, and I could see that by the smile of Christina, Goyal, and Dr. Vaishali is always with us. She was on the virtual mode with us. And a special appreciation for Jagdish Gehlot sir with her 2 thumbs up in the air. Fantastic. And then there are certain, yes, Mehak ma'am, I'm appreciating a lot. So you have to come on the video mode. Shashi Kamath, Dr. Shalini, and all, Mr. Deepak Sharma. And let's have a quick photograph, Mr. Akash, before we say final bye-bye to the
Yes,
session.
yes.
Nigat is waving at us. What a sweet gesture. Mohammed Baba. And yes, can we have the hearts on the screen? Can we have the last hearts on the screen? Thumbs up, clappings, and everything on the screen. Yes, yes, I want the screen to go red with the hearts. Very good, interesting. The audience are great. I love
Yes.
connecting with the warm audience over here. So, Mr. Akash, can we
Yes, I
have the
want to
last break
share.
of the day?
Yes, yes, I want to share one thing. So we will announce. Sorry, we are organizing another international business summit on 26th August. So it will be of 5 days, and 25 trainers from different country will participate in that. And it that business summit has one more great purpose, great initiative for that, and will be shared very soon. So stay tuned for that, and please share your feedbacks by a given form. So I will share in a group also. So your feedback uh, give us motivation to bounce back, and we will serve better in next international business summit. So thank you for all your support. uh, Thank you all trainers, master facilitators, thank you all moderators, and thank you all participants for joining and giving this memorable experience. So thank you
Thank
from
you,
I
thank you,
mean,
Akash ji, that
if anyone
you,
wants to
you
give any feedback, you can give. Yes.
thank you, Akash ji, for a wonderful, session in 2021. You hold
Yes.
the all 5 to 6 days, audience with you, and thanks to all, mentors who guide us in their, with their experience. So we will implement a single, a line work in our family. We will, huge difference in our life. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, thank you, Deepak sir. Anyone wants to share your feedback, you can share.
Yes, Sakaji, thank you. So
Yes,
nice of
Deepak sir.
you for organizing such a wonderful event for all of us. And it's really a wonder of technology. And had it been a physical this thing kind of yeah, summit or the workshop, we wouldn't have participated in it because of the constraints of distance and accommodation and COVID restrictions and so many other things. But because of the technology and your innovation, the way you are conducting all these things and contacting all these people and investing your time in this, we are really grateful to you for this. You are giving a good leadership and excellent leadership to all of us.
Thank you.
Everybody wants to connect with each other, want to learn something new in life, and want to share their experiences, but you are the person who has facilitated all these things. And the facilitators or the moderators which you have selected, or to whom you have given the opportunity, they all are wonderful people with all their you know yeah, grace, with their language, or with their command over the language. They have added so many things and so many colors in this presentation and the workshop. Especially today's moderator, Sally ma'am, and the Mac ma'am, or the Christine ma'am, and all these things. We are so grateful. And Sally ma'am, with your all feminine grace, I think your smile is contagious, and we will all catch your smile and will implement in our families also.
Oh,
Thank you.
Dr. Baldev, it's such an honor, it's such an honor coming out all through you, I'm loving it. And this evening is great, Compliments are one thing, but yes, see, as you said, smile is contagious. Similarly, the compliments are also contagious. And I am blessed, I'm honored you know, that even if you have liked a small gesture of mine, it has made my day. And the credit goes to Mr. Akash for giving me this wonderful opportunity on this platform.
It seems, ma'am, you are, God has sent you as a tailor-made teacher, tailor-made teacher, and you are really, really, if you are working, I don't know where you're working, but if you are working in education sector, in schools and colleges, you are really, really a asset for the country, because your
Yes,
quality,
Dr. Baldev, see, you have just broken the ice, you know. So I just want to tell you that, yes, of course, I am an educator with 21 years of experience in the teaching industry. I'm an international speaker, international host, writer, social activist, and then I keep on doing certain more works also. But I consider myself still a learner and on a mission to learn from all the platforms, because for learning there is never an age, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
wherever I go, I always look for an opportunity to learn, to take the insights from all my fellow mates, all the fellow educators, and all the like-minded individuals. So because, see, as we often say, you know, the platforms is built for what? It is just the exchange of knowledge, sharing of knowledge. Your nuggets of wisdom is being exchanged. And what is the better if you pass on your knowledge to somebody else and then picked up the grab from somebody else to you? Because as the session is over, as the evening is over, before retiring to bed, I should feel, yes, this was a positive evening. This was a positive show. And yes, I have grabbed something good from all the individuals over here. So yes, I will never forget. I will never forget the amazing personalities which, you know, whom I have met on this show. The amazing founder, Mr. Akash, our international guest, Nada, all the amazing mentors and all the participants, and especially see why I'm been keeping on telling this. Yes, I love the participation of the people. I loved your questions. I loved your interaction. That's why I pointed it out that why have you disappeared? Because you were looking so great and magnanimous on this video board. So
Had-
what, even if you are putting on a red t-shirt?
Ma'am, had I known to you, 10 years, 15 years back, I would have put my son and daughter under you for education.
Oh my God, it's again coming as a huge compliment. I am blessed. I am blessed, Dr. Baldev.
Because the institutions are big only when the, why the Harvard or the, big universities or, Oxford or other institutes are big. They are not big because of the buildings or the assets or the infrastructure. They are big because of the human resource there, because of these great teachers, those who are, Nobel laureate and all that teaching there. So the quality of a lecturer or a teacher certainly goes to the, students, and they become good human resource. So you are certainly making good human resource for the country, and you really, really deserve. That's why I say you are a national asset. And
Dr. Baldev, you have
let me
forced me.
let me
Yes.
finish, ma'am. Let me finish.
Yes.
आप जहाँ भी होंगे, मेरे पोते और पोती आपके नीचे पढ़ाऊंगा.
Great. Yes.
It's
Thank you for
it's
this
overwhelming.
compliments. Yes. Thank you. So, anyone wants to share any feedback?
I think Mr. Jagdish Gehlot, I request you to please speak something.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
I am 4-day session attend. Very amazing, आकाश सर और शैली सर, सभी मैम को मैं वेरी थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सभी को. मेरे को इंग्लिश ज्यादा नहीं आती है.
नहीं, आप हिंदी में बात कीजिए, हम सब समझते हैं. हिंदी भी बोलते हैं, हमें अपने भारतीय होने पे गर्व है.
बिल्कुल. मैं ज्यादा अटेंड नहीं किया. मैं क्यों और भी सेशन, मेरा कुछ और प्रोजेक्ट पर काम कर रहा हूँ, उसमें बिजी रहता हूँ. थोड़ा बहुत टाइम मिलता तो मैं अटेंड करता हूँ. बहुत सेशन अच्छा है, बहुत बढ़िया आपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन किया हुआ है. मैं आकाश सर से काफी टाइम से कनेक्ट हूँ. बहुत अच्छा लगता है आप लोगों की ये जो भी लीडरशिप की वगैरह की बात सुनती है. मैं कभी क्वेश्चन नहीं करता हूँ लीडरशिप क्या होती है, तो वो मेरे को थोड़ा नॉलेज मिल जाता है या आगे बढ़ने का आइडिया मिल जाता है. तो उस हिसाब से मैं आकाश सर से कनेक्ट में हूँ. बहुत वंडरफुल, बहुत सभी लीडर बहुत अच्छे, बहुत परफेक्ट है. मैम थैंक यू मैम, इतना ही बोलना चाहता हूँ. बाकी मैं
एक चीज मुझे आपकी अप्रिशिएट करनी है, आपने अपना कैमरा बिल्कुल बंद नहीं होने दिया. I was observing you. I was observing each gesture of yours. At times you were giving the thumbs up, you know. So that was the only best thing that I felt you were connected with us.
जी मैम, आई एम मैं जो इस प्रोजेक्ट पर वर्क कर रहा हूँ उसमें हमारे को ऑथराइज नहीं है कि आप कैमरा, आपका डिसिप्लिन क्या है, आप कैमरा ऑफ करके रहते हो तो आप उस जगह नहीं हो,
Okay.
उस
Okay.
जगह हो ही
Good.
नहीं।
Good.
आप यहाँ बैठे हो पर जगह कहीं और, दूसरी जगह काम कर रहे हो कुछ।
Correct. Correct.
तो अभी सभी का देख के मैं थोड़ा बहुत उधर करता हूँ, फिर भी मैं ऑन रखता हूँ।
Yes, yes. Thank you, Jagdish sir, for
I could see Nigat Yasmin with a small baby in her hand. Do you want to speak to us? Miss Nigat, unmute yourself.
Surely, great experience. You rocks. Akash sir is doing wonderful job. And we really enjoy these sessions.
Yes,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
ma'am. Yes. Anyone wants to share?
Dr. Shalini, Fari, Christina, Koyal, Razol, Tehmia, Pradnya, Shashi, Sarita. If you are with us, if you want to share something to Mr. Akash. Yes, Christina, I'm glad you've come on video mode.
Hello. All these 5 days were excellent. We learned so much, and thank you, Nada, for inviting me. And I'm so happy to meet you all these experiences and all these, I don't know how to say, professors. You can see there's so much knowledge in them, and they shared with us. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your feedback.
Such great words from Croatia.
Yes.
Namaste from India.
Great. Okay, so before we wind up the session, can I have somebody else also for the last words before we say final goodbyes? I saw Koyal also on the screen. Dr. Shalini, Shashi, Fari.
Okay, so I think people has filled feedback form, so they are not on camera. Okay, so we will wind up. So once again, thank you all master facilitators, all moderators, all participants for joining and giving this wonderful experience. So we will bounce back and we will arrange another 5 days business summit with 25 trainers from different countries on 26 August. So stay tuned with ABCD International. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Good night. Nada,
God bless. God bless.
Jose,
God bless. Thank you.
Jagdish, and Mr. Prakash. Have a wonderful night. Okay, bye-bye.